Not every glow up is loud. In fact, some of the most powerful ones are the ones no one sees coming. They can just feel your energy shift. If you've ever wanted to be one of those women who just walk into a room and instantly feels like she has her life together without showing off, over-explaining, or trying too hard, then this video is for you. These are the small, quiet habits that upgrade your self-worth, your presence, and your entire lifestyle without needing validation from anyone else. Start treating your structure and your routines not as something that you have to do, but as something beautiful. They're not a burden, they're creating your new life. So keeping your space clean, showing up on time, just planning your week. These aren't chores, they're not something you have to do. They're love letters to your future self. When you have chaos in your life, when you're surrounded by chaos, it lowers your self-worth over time. Calm systems remind you that you're in control and worthy of peace. So what's an action step here? I'm a big fan of the Sunday night planning for the rest of the week. I feel like it just brings more peace and clarity to the upcoming week. So make your Sunday planning feel like a luxury ritual. And yes, that means romanticizing it. Light a candle, put on some music. I particularly like jazz. And then you can map out your week with intention so that you know what you can do and you can be more intentional and plan the week and the life that you want. Next, instead of trying to over-explain things and talking your way out of things, let your actions speak and start moving in silence more. This is going to help you so much. We tend, especially when we're feeling anxious or nervous, we tend to overshare, we tend to overtalk, we tend to say things that we shouldn't actually say, and then we overthink what we've said, and then we overthink that, and it spirals out of control. It is far better to take a step back and think about what you're saying before you say it. And this is not just face-to-face, this is especially important online. So start really being intentional about what you're sharing online. You do not need to share every part of your life. You're going to reach your goals so much more if you're not telling people beforehand what you're about to do. Not only does that take some of the magic out of it, sometimes it derails your own plans because the excitement of telling people what you're going to do means that the excitement is gone. You're no longer excited about achieving the thing that you were going to achieve in the first place. Secondly, when it comes to text messaging, girl, you need to hold back, especially if you're trying to get your viewpoint across to people who have hurt you. Oh my God, this is where less is so much more. You do not want to tell people over and over again how they've hurt you, how they've upset you. Ugh, that is so embarrassing. No, baby girl. What we're going to do is pull back our energy. We're going to let people know through our actions how they've made us feel. People know, people sometimes do it just to get a reaction. Now, this is not everybody, of course. You might have besties that you want to share everything with. That is fine. That's not who we're talking about. We're talking about those people who constantly disappoint you, who constantly are not in there for your best interest. Stop giving them your attention, pull back your energy, and move in silence. That's going to speak far more than you trying to tell them with paragraph after paragraph how they've hurt you. Do not bother. Bring that attention back to yourself. It'll be far better for you to start practicing speaking with your actions, and it would make so much more of an impact than your words ever have or ever will. Some people just don't deserve your energy, which is a shame, but that's their reality. We say that we're going to judge somebody else by their actions, but we also want to judge ourselves by our own actions. And if you stay true to what you say you're going to do, if you align your values and your integrity to what you say, then your actions do start to speak more than your words ever could. People will believe you more and start treating you better, and you'll start feeling better about yourself. And trust me, don't put your emotions on social media ever. Just don't. It's never worth it. Just tell your friends or ChatGPT. Seriously, keep it offline. No paper trail. Thirdly, be very careful about what sort of media you consume. Really pay attention to what you're watching, what you're listening to, when you're scrolling, what sort of videos are coming up, and what you're reading. All of these can shape your thoughts much more than you realize. So it's really good to have, especially a social media audit every month or so. You want to curate your social media and what you consume as intentionally as you curate your wardrobe and how you look. High quality inputs will change how you think and change your mood so much faster than affirmations do. You'll notice that what you're consuming and what you're feeding your mind will show up in your posture. It will show up in your tone, in your choices, the choices that you make in the world, because it shapes how you see the world and what's reflected back to you. So this is how self-worth is going to become second nature if you're only consuming things that build that self-worth. So this week, instead of one mindless scrolling session, put on an uplifting podcast. Maybe read a book, Just look for content that inspires that elegance, that confidence, that self-worth that you want for yourself. This is very much about strategy. What you're consuming, what you're feeding your mind, very much determines how you start to feel about yourself. You'll notice that when you're watching news or negative media a lot, it can really affect how you feel. So do the opposite. Start looking for content that inspires you rather than makes you feel bad about yourself. What you consume really does change how you view yourself. These may all seem like they're really subtle and they're not going to make a major difference, but you'll be surprised how these small habits, these small changes really start to upgrade how you see yourself and therefore how you will present yourself in the world and how your life changes. It shifts your energy and people notice that. But again, this comes down to, this is not about how other people see you, it's about how you see yourself. It's about how you want to show up in the world, because you are the most important person that you need to impress. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.